So we're having some trouble getting our abductor and external rotators fired up. A lot of our glute and kind of deep external rotator glute, we're not feeling it on one of our single leg balance, squat, lunge exercises. Sometimes we just kind of go back to the drawing board or start with our basic clam. Just kind of trace through some of the clam progressions. We'll get into some of the diagonal sit side bridge, and then build our way up into the full weight bearing. So basically, when we're starting out with our clam, we can kind of start out with more of our 90-degree angle as we go up and down. So we're going to start with just our basic clamshell. We can always put a little extra force into the ground to get a little bit more of our oblique chains firing. If we have a band from behind, we can do the push forward into it as we go up. So from this position, we want to just change the angle of the knees until we find, okay, I can really start to feel the back of my hip working. I don't feel the splinting in the front of the hip. I don't feel my IT or hamstring doing most of the work. I don't feel my adductor pulling or my hip flexor. So we can just kind of start in this position to get it going. As soon as you start to feel it, then we can straighten the lower legs. So now we can dip down into a little bit more adduction, internal rotation, so we get a little longer load across the glute. From there, we can come on back, and now we can start dropping into a little more extension, making sure we still have that contraction. We're not getting too much dominance from the front side until we can get to kind of full extension. Make sure we're still feeling the part of the hip that we want as we go through it. So after we get all the way through the hip extension, that's feeling pretty good. We can go to our diagonal sit side bridge. Oblique, low oblique sitting, whatever you want to call it, all those other different terms or other things. So basically, on the same hip now, we're going to be doing, this is going to be like a downside clam. As we roll over top of the hip, and we raise up out of it, and especially as we lower it back down into it, this is going to be the same kind of abduction, external rotation, but now we've got the full body weight with a little extra core on top. So we kind of roll across, make sure we get a good stretch across the lower hip. As we come across, we want to feel like a big stretch through here. As we drive out, and kind of come up in that. We want to focus, especially on this too, with that terminal lowering, really getting that soft landing. We don't get a wump response, meaning we're giving out in that last inch or two. And then coming from here, when we get to the top, we can then put in a little bit of the high hinge on top of that. So we're getting that same clamshell motion, but now we're in a little more of a body weight depend with a little more midsection. Front view on that guy. Here we'll raise across, up and down. As we go down each way like so. So after we get through that full progression, then we can either, to further challenge the single leg, we can actually flip over into a little bit of our bear. When we pop up onto here, if you go to our bird dog position where we reach out, table in the way. So when you get up to here, and I reach out with this leg and I reach out with this arm, I have to use this as my stance leg to try and hold to get a little bit more into that, into the glute to prevent the pelvis from tipping. So this is just kind of a way that we trace through kind of the pathways. So when I'm up into the bear position and I go across each way, I'm getting into sort of like a single leg stance position as I'm holding onto the glute here. And from there, and we feel everything nice and fired up, we would then want to progress to some of our either a lunge pattern, airplane, squat, any type of single leg stance, single leg deadlift, whatever, to see if we get back into that and all of a sudden my hip feels nice and smooth. I don't feel the splinting in the hip flexor IT band or adductor. I don't feel my hamstring doing most of the work. We know we kind of traced through the activation pathway, started out our basics, and just kind of kept at each position until we felt we maintained the contraction. If we feel we lose it at any point, you can kind of stay at that level, work it a little bit more until you feel it. You need to take a little break in between, that's okay too. But this basically ties together a lot of our glute progression as far as getting ready for some full weight bearing exercise.